Is it just me, or does it seem like these episodes need at least like 15 more minutes? Because I just feel like we are missing out on so much more good stuff. I just don't want the episodes to be as short as they are. Guys, please give us more. Welcome back to Exhausted Reviews, guys. We're watching Mushoku Tensei this year, Season 2, Episode 10, and these episodes, they just keep getting shorter and shorter. I feel like I need more. I'm enjoying this slice of life it's an actual literal slice of life season just because he is at school now, but I'm really enjoying our time here, and I'm enjoying the character dynamics at play, and the back and forth between Fitz that we see. We actually start off this episode with a Fitz section, as is tradition, and in the school arc, we check in with Fitz first to see how he/she is doing in regards to Rudy, and it seems like things are really starting to build up in between them. Sylphie is hyper aware that Rudy's not waving at Fitz when he waves at her. No, see, this is why it's so confusing, because there's her real identity and her secret identity, we'll call it, and her known identity. But rudeus, obviously, this is really like some Spider-Man situation here. She doesn't know that Silent Fitz is Sylphie, but Sylphie is in love with rudeus, but she doesn't want to cross her two worlds over just quite yet. And also, rudeus thinks that she's a guy. Like, come on, you see why it's so hard to talk about this? So if you are even still here, you guys need to leave a like for this episode, because there was so much just tension between Sylphie and rudeus, and if you saw the ending, you know what that is. So I really want to talk about this, so this is your last spoiler warning for this episode, because we are going to jump straight into the end of this episode. I have to absolutely talk about well, first we have to set up the scene, okay? We're gonna go through the side events later, but the main plot line for this episode is Sylphie seeing rudeus talking to Elinalise and Cliff, who, of course, everyone is surprised that they're still together, that it actually worked out. And Sylphie is aware that Rudy is a bit of a horn dog. He likes girls. He's really into the female physique, we'll call it. And he's even seen the panty shrine that Rudy keeps. Rudy showing that to her, not knowing that who it is, obviously. So there's a lot of dramatic irony. This whole season, honestly, is just a lesson in dramatic irony. The entire school arc is just a lesson, and us as the viewers knowing knowledge that one character does not. And she is really worried about her place with rudeus, because when he learns that Nanahoshi is a Japanese person just like him, he kind of, if he knew this was Sylphie, it wouldn't be this way. But rudeus has always been kind of bad with handling people, and he did kind of just stop. He kind of gave up. Like, this is kind of a bad friend moment, because I know he basically stopped spending time with Silent Fitz altogether just for this girl. But at the same time, it is a girl. I'm sure Rudy feels comfortable around hot girls, even if she was with the guy who tried to murder him. He probably came around to her, as a person, and he doesn't see Fitz as anything more than like a respected senpai. So it makes sense for him to kind of, Fitz already has this whole other life, and he's the guard of the princess, and he has this entire whole world around him. But I guess he also forgot that he ran into Fitz in the library to begin with. So Fitz spends a lot of time in the library, and so, that's what he did before rudeus came. So I guess he figures that it's okay for him to do that while he's gone, while he's there. So it's just business as normal for Fitz. And Fitz, she's just, she's not feeling bad. She's like, when did I lose my courage? Somebody please give me my courage. She's kind of feeling lost right now. Y'all, can I just say how hype the Master Duel music is? So let's really jump into this, because things start to get serious. Not when Soldat does appear, but we'll get into that later. So Rudy is out on the town, and he sees Fitz and his cousin guard, And, you know, he's like, well, you know, this guy's always kind of a dick to me, but I'll at least try to talk to Fitz. And he's like, Fitz, you look different today. And it's actually kind of hilarious that he mentions that, because Fitz does usually appear to be the same. But my boy pulls up and he immediately steps right in front of Silent Fitz, you know, kind of cock blocking. But also, you know, not really. It is just like, because Rudy doesn't know that Fitz is a woman. But he obviously knows that Fitz is a woman, because he was there for the whole initial teleportation incident when Sylphie got teleported to the princess's lap, basically. So, for Rudy, this is just like, bro is literally just stepping up for no reason, like, in between the two of them, and really just like, he's like, well, actually, Fitz isn't allowed to talk to you while he's on duty, so please get away from me. And it's just like, it comes off as, for me, it comes off as really rude, and just, like, Fitz is like, can't even bring himself to talk to Rudy in public anymore. And Rudy, you know, he's not aware of a lot of the circumstances that are going on. So of course he doesn't get the full picture. So he's like, he does become to get a little lost, you know. He's lost in the situation, and we as viewers aren't fully aware to this, because as Rudy mentions later on, he says he feels like that it might be a body double, you know, but also, you know, the body double doesn't even matter though at this point, because of like, he's constantly trying to just, his mind, right? We've seen this in the last few episodes of Rudy blushing and being like, wait, he's a guy, right? Why is it my heart flutter? But he's a guy. And we're going to go through every single thing that Rudy likes about him, from the casual gestures that make him bustle with curiosity, the way he stretches after finishing his task. Yo, like, my man is literally like falling in love. The way he scratches the back of his ears, he doesn't, and I guess his horny sense is just that on point. His gaydar wasn't really going off, you know what I mean? Some people have an especially astoundingly accurate gaydar. He broke the scent when he walked past. He's like, bro, I smelled his neck when he walked past. Ain't no way that's a dude. Ain't no dude out here smelling that fresh. But yes, they're and he's right, you know? The bashful smile, like, bro, like, all the signs are there when you really get to know Fitz. But, you know, Rudy is just like, he's literally so flustered right now. He literally can't even. And even when he goes to the school officials, even they're like, yeah, dog, like, we've been pressured to keep a lot of things secret about Fitz. So I'm just going to tell you he's a man, and we're going to move on. And that's the end of this conversation. And he really doesn't even, like, he doesn't even understand, because he knows that the people are being pressured to keep secrets potentially. So it's like, no one is safe. No one is safe. There is no fake. Nothing is real. Everything is a lie. Nothing is real. Nothing exists anymore. And then what happens if she's a girl? He's like, bro's literally like, I just want to beat my meat, bro. He literally says, bro, I just want to beat my meat. If still, it was like, bro, can you imagine? Because, you know, I don't know if any girls watch this and watch my channel, but guys, a lot of the times, will talk about females in a less than work appropriate way. So just imagine, and even in a school setting, right? In a school setting, imagine you're in school and you're thinking about your guy friend, and you're like, man, if he was a girl, I would beat off so hard to him. And bro pulls up like, what do you want to be? And then to have him, of course we get the anime falling scene, but to have him like, bro, he literally like feels her hips and that ass, bro. Dude literally feels that ass, and it's like, yo, that's girl ass. He's like, holy shit. He's like, them things are dangin'. and like, he literally, no, he falls on top of him. Oh, that's what that scene was, you know? He feels the girl ass. Bro is literally like, has him like in full cowgirl position, and their dongs touch, and he's like, wait a second. No balls. and bro, his man rises to attention and salutes the crowd, saying, yes, he does indeed, in fact, have no balls. There are no balls on this man. It was, in fact, a trap. Rudeus, your feelings have been justified this entire time. He is the cure. And he's like, bro, man, God, thank you so much. You told me. Now it makes sense. Investigate the teleportation incident to meet a hot femboy. No, tomboy. To meet a hot tomboy. we're meeting hot man god. All you had to do was say, you know, there's gonna be some hot tomboys there, and we would have been there. You know, Lowest Lane Army, stand up. Senior Fitz Army, rise up. Where are you at? Where are all my hot tomboy lovers? Sound off in the comments down below if you're a fan of hot tomboys. We're not even done with this episode yet, but that's just the pin we're gonna put on Rudy's arc for now, is that, you know, tomboys are secretly the cure to impotence. I feel like we can all agree on a fundamental level that that is just like a good life lesson. So guys, fellas, you know, the age-old question, is it gay to fuck a tomboy pussy? The answer is no. It is actually very straight. You know, that's just the kind of degenerate stuff you expect with this series. So I do want to touch on Rudy's experiments. Oh no, we gotta go back. Hold up. This scene was hilarious, bro. Bodyguardy pulls up, right? Bodyguardy pulls up at lunchtime, and he's like, bro, I got the Yale, bro. I got that good cognac, bro. We sipping on that Hennessy. And, you know, there's always the fantasy trope of dwarves being, like, drunkards. And Julie the drunk girl, God bless her soul. You know, Lapis bless her soul. She's like, yo, that shit looks good. And Body's like, I was expected from the dwarf. And I guess the dwarves have a higher alcohol tolerance, because she starts chugging, dog. She is killing it. Shout out to Rudy, bro. She's enjoying it, bro. And they both get the double, gah. Yo, they're killing it, bro. They're enjoying it. Poor Zanoba doesn't even get to enjoy himself. Yeah. And we do have, shout out to Rudy for, you know, he's been spending more time with Bodyguard. Bodyguard's been trying to train him, you know, help him out. He's really, and it really is crazy because he doesn't even notice it. But when Soldat pulls up into town, you kind of remember that, like, bro was literally, like, fighting dragons. He got into a fight with the dragon god. He's hanging out with demon lords. Like, bro pulls up and he's like, bro, like, you are, like, literally god mode, bro. And you beat all the special students. Like, Rudeus literally is Himothy. Like, it's actually kind of insane. And, like, you know, everyone gets lunch together. Soldat's hanging out. They're enjoying a nice snack and drink with Cliff and Elinalise. And it's good to see Soldat doing well. It's good to see him hanging out again. Him and Rudy, you know, they look a lot more, like, comfortable with each other. And it's good to see him as being a good male role model in Rudy's life. To, you know, he did have his sleazeball moments, but, like, I feel like every male in Rudy's life has had a sleazeball moment. But he honestly gives me Paul vibes, you know. Soldat is like the stopgap between Paul and Rudeus. And I think Rudeus needs someone like that, especially as an adventurer and a Grey Rat family member too. And it is really hilarious to see, you know, hey, you all got a newbie with you, so just, like, keep it easy. And she's like, bro, we're not you, so we ain't gonna fight no dragon to Demon King. Just hearing Elinalise say that really, like, put into perspective that, like, Rudy is kind of that guy. After, like, even in the cafeteria, people were like, yo, isn't that the guy who beat fucking the Demon King and Silent Fitz on his first day? It is actually insane. And it's good to see him and Cliff becoming, like, more friends too. Now that, you know, like, you kind of have to, if someone puts you on with Elinalise, how are you still gonna hate on him, bro? You can't be mad at him for hooking you up with Elinalise, bro. That's just, like, he's instantly your bro. And the fact, and him using his experience with Ruijerd, you know, the spurred man from the first season, to be like, we've heard that there have been, you know, this is the only, I heard of a curse one time that was able to be transplanted onto a spear. So I feel like I literally feel like they're gonna make some kind of, like, haunted vibrator for Elinalise to transplant her curse onto, and, like, just supplement that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it has some legs to go places. I'm really excited for that. What do you I don't know. Do you guys really think? Do you guys think that the cursed vibrator idea is canon? I feel like it could be canon, guys. I feel like it could be something that really has some potential. You know, I feel like it's really had the cursed vibrator idea really has potential. If you guys know anything about cursed vibrators, leave comments down below. I feel like there's really some big potential for that. We can start really just corner the market on that. But yeah, this really was just another slice of life episode. It was very chill. We had a lot of fun here, and it was nice. You know, I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover in this episode. We got through a lot, and it feels like this was like 4 separate chapters. It really, because we have Sylphie and the training arc in the beginning, And you know, our dog girls are here also being like, yo, you know you're top dog, right? You should really establish some kind of hierarchy system. Rudy really needs to put together a gang, because he really has just like the top dogs. Like everybody who wants to date Elinalise, everybody wants to date these two Beast Girl dogs, and he's their boss. He's homies with Elinalise and Cliff, like another prodigy magical student. These are also special students too. He's basically beat every special student. Zanoba is his disciple. Like the Demon King pulled up and literally enrolled just because Rudy whooped his ass in one shot. Like Rudy really is that guy, you know? And it's funny seeing him be so modest too, because he doesn't get it yet. And his experiments, you know, haven't been going well. But all in all, so there's the experiments arc, which I feel like this is at least like one volume of work. I don't know. This seems like there's a lot going on too, especially with when Soldat comes back into town too. This just feels like the pacing was kind of really speedrunning through a bunch of different chapters. So, but you know, that's just how this series has been going so far. That's just how this arc has been structured. They've just been kind of speeding through it. So, spoiler free. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode and any of my predictions. Please keep it spoiler free. I don't want to get spoiled. Haven't read the light novel, haven't read the manga, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and this recap. Let me know if there's anything else you thought I should talk about in this episode, and I will spoiler free, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.